Knowledge is not power. Today's sales organizations face a rapidly changing selling environment. That's because buyer behavior has undergone a radical transformation over the past decade. What does research tell us? Today's B2B buyers are more than halfway through their purchasing process before connecting with a salesperson. That means traditional thinking about sales process and methodology needs to be challenged. Will your sales organization adapt to the new buyer paradigm or face obsolescence? The answer to this question will hinge on a simple premise: how well your organization can translate the right knowledge into consistent application. So understanding the new buyer and training salespeople is essential, but that alone won't save you. And you already know why. Because there is still a huge gap between educating your sales force and what really gets applied on a day-to-day basis. We call this the sales execution chasm. So, how do you bridge the chasm between knowledge and application? It helps to understand how best-in-class companies drive behavior change and optimal results. Aberdeen Group studies 310 global organizations and defined best-in-class as top 20% in 3 key areas: quota attainment, increase in average deal size, and increase in annual revenues. So what does research tell us about how these companies optimize sales performance? 3 things. They consistently get the right salespeople in the right roles. They align sales process, methods, and continual learning to buyer behaviors. And they integrate enabling tools and technologies to foster consistent application. So building the bridge from knowledge to execution isn't easy, but it's possible with the right people, the right process, and the right tools. So how do you consistently get the right people aligned with the right roles? Best-in-class companies define formal competency models for sales roles. They use scientific assessment to predict success potential. They track ongoing learning and knowledge retention. They use a rigorous process to hire the best sales talent. But that's only a starting point. Great sales organizations understand their buyers and continually educate and reinforce their salespeople. Best-in-class companies use a formal buyer-aligned sales process and methodology. They provide higher levels of methodology and skills training. They provide distinct training for sales management. And they provide greater levels of post-training reinforcement to increase adoption. But consistent execution doesn't just happen by educating. Winning sales organizations provide enablement to drive daily application. Best-in-class companies align CRM with new sales process models. They provide centralized access to best practices. They leverage social media effectively. They invest in third-party coaching for sales execution. And they apply rigorous forecasting methods and tools. Best-in-class companies flat out perform better. They bridge the sales execution chasm. We call this sales performance optimization. It's possible. It's possible now. Your organization can do it with the right people, the right process, and the right tools. Let's get started.